Market Chameleon.
Yeah, good morning, MarketChameleon.com. I'm Adam. That's Will. What's up, bro?
That is Will. Loved the Silver Show last night.
Silver Show, man. Chris brought it. I don't know if I brought it. I don't know. Although the emails weren't too hateful this morning. People enjoy it. People in it did enjoy it. So it's still up and live. If you guys missed it, you can still go on MarketChameleon.com. Bottom left-hand corner, there will be a link. You can click that link. You can still watch it in replay. Replay mode is actually the best. If you're time sensitive like me, you can go right on. There's timestamps for each one of the questions. That's super, super solid. What's up, Abdo? How you doing, man? Will, you ready to bring it today, bro?
I think he has 10 more episodes in him. He seemed like he had a lot of information still to
well,
give.
This is what I said. I said to him, he's like, wow, man, I don't know if I was like, dude, look, man, I'm trying to take you who have 15 years of knowledge and funnel it into an hour. What are you going to do? It's impossible. We're just trying to get a couple nuggets, and I think we got a couple nuggets out of there.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. All right, man. Remember, everybody, all trading is risky. You got to do your research. Be careful out there. We're absolutely not telling you what to do. That is what you got to do. Chameleon's where you do your research. Remember, click the subscribe button, top right-hand corner. You can try it free for 7 days. Abdu, good to see you, bro. Abdu's our new top fan, man. He's in first. Clicking it live and fast, man.
Jumping in. Where's Abdu from?
Where you from, bro? Let us know where you're from in the comments. I'm down in Costa Rica. Will's up in Pennsylvania. What's the Chameleon telling you today, man?
They were talking this morning on Bloomberg about 100-year treasury.
Well, this might get back to the silver play, huh?
Well, no, it's
interesting. Are these the end days, man, where it's just like we just start getting
commentary
stupid?
And the commentary from one of the presenters to the other was, did you hear XYZ's comments on gold yesterday? And he's like,
God.
No. And the person they had on was talking about how with interest, there was always a cost to carry. You're a missed opportunity cost by holding gold, right?
Sure.
You couldn't have it in a yielding instrument. There was no yield to gold, right?
That's right.
No one's paying for you to stick it in your, socks or wherever you're putting it. No one's paying. And, if you have it in a real safe place, you're probably paying to keep it there.
Sure.
But now the lost cost is almost, the opportunity cost lost is almost nothing.
It's negligible, right? Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Also an interesting thing.
So Abdu's a Persian American. You living in the States, man? Maybe give us some Persian insights. What's going on over there? Always good to hear alternative viewpoints. So what's the Chameleon spitting out today, man?
I was looking at the stock pre-market, and something that jumped at me are these stocks crossing their 20-day. The stocks are popping right now. If you want to look at jumping into SPY here, can it get back to where it's been in the last 3 months, these highs? Anything's possible.
Nice.
Just paying $291 for the SPY when you could do it with a credit puts spread.
Might be wise. Cherry's joining us from Georgia. Hello, Georgia. And Abdu's in Turkey right now. Nice.
By the way, this isn't a web broadcast. This is just the morning show. You don't have to announce where everyone's from.
You don't understand, man. I can do whatever I want. I like calling people out where they are, man. I love, Turkey best. Like, I got to say it's maybe the best coffee in the world, although Costa Rica pushes it. But I love Turkish coffee, man. Are you a big fan of Turkish coffee, bro?
Wait, have you ever been to a cafe in Turkey?
No, but there are tons of Turkey restaurants here. Dude, it's one of the best things in Costa Rica. The food culture down here is fantastic, man.
Who would have known?
Who would have known, man?
I guess when everyone can have a pig in their backyard, You get some outstanding.
Look, I see now everybody's chiming in. Steven from Northwest Pennsylvania. Dude, look at that, man. See, you start a trend, man.
Another Pennsylvanian.
Yeah.
Anyway, so narrowed it down. I dropped down. Best by theoretical edge plus a 70% win rate.
There you go, man.
Buy the 280, sell the 282.
Nice. Fantastic.
September 17th.
Dude, is anybody else in the chat using that new feature on the Chameleon? That is pretty tight, man. I mean, I asked Dimitri for first. I think first day I started working with the Chameleon, and here it is, man. A year later, there it is. Just one button easy, man.
The first magic day that you walked in the door.
What's up, Dallas? Dallas is in. We know where Dallas is from. It's right there in the name.
Is Dallas
dude.
from Tulsa?
Dallas is from Alaska.
I forget what movie is that from.
What's what from?
I think that comment was made in a cinematography. Yeah,
it could be. I like to quote movie quotes, so it's possible.
So MU's another one. Looks like it may be. I mean, it's amazing because I was just reading the other day that 40% of MU's revenue is tied to China. So
I mean, are they selling? Does that mean they're selling into China and then China taking their products and manufacturing with them? Is that how that works?
It could be, yeah. It could be that the supply chain is very much tied to China. But anyways, the stock is holding in there, and it's rallying this morning. Again, if you want to look at some credit put spreads for bullish play. And you narrow it down. There are 855 to choose from, but now you can drop it down to a one lot.
I love this. Cherry found us through just searching options, probably on Google. Cherry, have you tried this new feature out, this new functionality that Will's showing us this morning? It's pretty awesome. Just to filter through basically thousands of possibilities.
Anyways, Dollar General. Did you see my tweet about Dollar General earlier this week? Last week?
No, I don't think so. I think I might have missed that.
All right. Well,
What'd you have to report?
Well, it's America's General Store. I mean, I was in a real rural area and barreling by.
Oh, the Dollar General. I did see that tweet. Yeah. There's another Dollar General truck.
I happened to see 4 of those that day. So they are pumping merchandise through areas that are underserved by grocery stores, Walmarts, whatever.
Yep.
They are America's General Store.
Is that true, or is that just because it has the general in the name, man? Realistically, is that true?
Well, that's what people say, and that's their logo, so take it for what it's worth.
Lots of opportunities there, though. Nice.
Well, I thought the interesting thing was the debit call spread, the day of earnings and one day after. 3 of the last 3, so that's something you could look at today if you wanted. Another one is just buying the 25 Delta call the day of earnings.
Now, how would you, as a pro trader, look at this and choose which one? How would you make that call for yourself?
Well, as a pro trader, you look at, it says 25 Delta call, and there's only one 25 Delta call on the board. You'd buy the first.
No. How do you choose between the debit call spread and the Delta call? If you're looking at doing one trade, how do you make your decision as to which one of those 2 options are you going to do?
I would probably.
What does your brain process do? How do you calculate
I'd probably look, just because I try to look to spread. I'd probably look at the spread first.
Okay, so you're just looking more from a know your risk strategy.
Yeah, define your risk. But it is a 25 Delta call, so some people like taking a shot.
Yep.
So obviously there's more data built into this one. This is 3 of the last 3. Is the 4th one could be a loser? Who knows? But if the 4th one's a loser, you're going to lose in both places, right? So take that for what it's worth.
There you
go. There are 2 plays showing up.
60% of the time, it wins every time.
I have no idea what that means.
You said movie quote, so I was hitting you with a movie quote. You guys know that one. Come on, man.
I have no idea what movie that's from.
Come on. Anybody in the chat know that one? I'll give it up by the end of the show. I'll let you know what movie is that from. 60% of the time, it works 100% of the time.
Someone can give that to you at the end of the show. I will send out a Chameleon.
All right, Cherry or Dallas? Well, Dallas probably knows it.
Sadly,
Cortez is in the house right now. He might know it too. Might know that movie quote. Very famous movie quote.
That just goes out in the continental U.S.
Just continental U.S. Anybody want a Chameleon cup? Oh, boom. Dude, Dallas got it right away, man. I told you, dude. Dallas got an Anchorman. Great quote, man. They're talking about, I don't know what it is, like Panther aftershave or something.
You know,
60% of the time it works
I think
100%.
Dallas already has a cupboard full of Chameleon cups. Maybe he wants a shirt.
Dallas, if you want the shirt, let us know. We'll get you the shirt, man. Yeah,
I mean,
just give us the sizing.
But
nice.
All
Anything
right,
else today,
Dollar
brother?
General.
Anything else? You brought some good stuff already.
Dollar General, looking at that earnings, one that popped up next week. It is getting towards the end of earnings. ULTA Beauty. I mean, this is in your space.
Yep.
Are you a big fan of that
I
product
honestly
line?
don't even know what it is. You tell me.
You have no idea. I mean, you're in the body works.
I am. Well, I am in the beauty space. It's true. It's tough. It's a tough racket, I tell you. It's tough.
Not for ULTA Beauty. I mean, that stock's gone from $11.
Amazing. Fantastic.
Obviously, they figured out how – because I do know they have some retail outlets, but it's a combination of technology and retail that has worked for this company.
And why did that one pop up?
It's earnings next week.
Okay. So, guys, take a look at that. Will, why don't you put Cortez is punching in DRI. Hit up DRI for Cortez. Give that a look-see.
I think that's
and Cherry, we'll get to yours in a sec. Darden Restaurants. Which restaurant chain is that? I can't remember. What do they make?
Well, it's Sears. Isn't that maybe Olive Garden's tied?
Is that the Olive Garden? Okay, yeah. Yep.
Red Lobster potentially.
All you can eat pasta bowl.
Well, we spoke about them maybe 3-4 weeks ago. They had that
lifetime subscription.
I'm pretty sure that's Darden.
Yep. But you see that though, they're not using that social media play that we talked about that Popeyes is taking advantage of, which you keep that out there and you throw that out there. Like if they did a weekly, 5 lifetime deals available, people would be going crazy about it every week. And this thing would be at the top of the news cycle.
Darden is running out of
They've run pasta. Out of, because that's what they do. They do the, unlimited all you can eat pasta for a month or 3 months or whatever they do. And it's all over CNN. It's over the news, but you got to look, there's no news stories on this, so there's no buzz created around it. I mean, that Popeyes was genius, man. Total genius. You create an artificial war with Chick-fil-A, and all of a sudden you got lines out the door. Just super smart. So there you go. There's some opportunities for you, Cortez and DRI. What about so what was the other one? Sorry. Cherry asked about Shopify. We talked about Shopify the other day, Cherry. If you want to tune into, what was it, yesterday or the day before? Talked about the Shopify play as potentially the Amazon killer. Very interesting the way people are playing Shopify.
I don't know. I don't know if it's an Amazon killer or just may take a couple chinks out of Amazon's armor.
Yep.
Amazon is in so many places.
No, I agree, man. Obviously, it's not. Nothing's going to take down Amazon in the immediate future, but it's a strong competitor. I'll put it that way. As looking at it as an alternative way to deliver goods to the end consumer, they're providing an alternative platform to Amazon.
So we don't have any. Well, I'm still stuck on Darden looking at it. I'm wondering, is he bullish or we're ways away from earnings. They had it back in June.
Yep.
So it's going to be next one will be let's see what we're estimating. Somewhere towards the end of September.
Okay.
So
keep an eye out for that one, and get in there early with the looking at earnings. Maybe there's some earnings ahead of it, or some plays ahead of the earnings.
Well, if you're going to be bullish, it is off its. The problem is it's a restaurant's management stock entity, and it's close to its all-time high.
Well, it seems like all these restaurants are killing it, aren't they? They really are.
Which is amazing.
Just across the board, the restaurants. Your view was that It's just people are using restaurants as a convenience, right? So eating out just a lot more. That's your current
Well,
theory?
that's certainly part of it. I also I think the demographics of retirees. I mean, it's a convenience thing for them as well.
Sure.
And for whatever reason, the prices on the menus have not gone up. So for it can be I mean, listen, you're a big Grubhub user, Uber Eats.
Uber
I mean,
Eats,
you're
yep,
getting food
for sure.
delivered. I mean, it is really a convenience.
For me, it's a convenience just to our lives. I understand it's going to cost us a little bit more, or not a little bit, it's significantly more. But I do value my time, and I do that metric for my time and how much it worth time, hassle, and all the rest of it. And we use it a lot. We use it a lot.
I mean, the risk of these entities, typically, if the economy's slowing down, people tighten their belts. It's so
Yep,
that's
absolutely.
what it's
That's
had a
what
big run. I
might be the
would
thing they take off the table first. No pun intended. Is they just start eating at home more.
if you own DRI, I would not be averse to looking if I was an owner right now,
Doing a buy right.
looking at buy rights
Yep.
and just see what you can yield. And if the stock gets called away, you can, re-examine it. But you go out to January, you can yield an extra 6.5%.
Nice. So pop in shop real quick, just because Cherry didn't see it the other day. So Cherry, if you sign up for the free trial, you get 7 days of looking at all this data and analytics free. So you can try it for free and go deeper yourself.
This is another one. When we looked at it, it's had an amazing run.
Yep.
So again, if you're a holder of the stock, you should definitely look at the buy rights. And it's a good way to put it out there. And if you get called away again, you can re-examine whether you want to repurchase the stock,
right,
or start selling some puts to garner yield. Some other things you can do. But when we looked at it, I mean, the stock's had an amazing run.
Yeah. Yeah. The idea that this was an alternative to Amazon is well understood in the market, and so it's priced accordingly. I actually got in a little Twitter ask or discussion about it. I said, well, my feeling was, okay, well, what major brands are going to use this platform, right? I know a lot of the small brands, whatever, Kylie Jenner Cosmetics uses Shopify as their store. But what about, big brands moving on the platform? And they have big brands. They have Unilever, Nestle, a bunch of big brands. So, yeah.
Well, we're projecting their earnings to come out at the end of October. So if you want to start keeping an eye on earnings option strategy, there were a couple that show up, a diagonal call spread the day after earnings, hold for 3 days. 67% winning occurrences. That's the average strategy return. Debit call spreads, buy the 25 delta call. So there's some things that show up. Stock patterns leading into earnings. So, I mean, this stock has just been on a monster run.
Yep.
Thing is, if you don't own it, going out and paying $400 for a stock, if you think it's, and you're bullish,
yeah,
that's why you look at these credit put spreads, or the debit call spreads, whatever you want to do. But
shop.
Let me just see.
Will's punching it in right now. Dallas,
you can drop down and
find the number one.
Well, I can't say it's the number one. It's got the best theoretical edge and a 7% win rate.
You see, he's dude. This is what you guys see, right? He's constantly hedging, man. Constantly hedging, dude. That's how you stay in the game. That's how you do it for 25 years. That's how you make consistent money. If you want to try and just gamble like me, you're gonna have a lot of pain, a lot of pain. But hey, Dallas is saying, still trying to figure out the best way to find short interest. What's your feeling, or how do you look at that?
Again, I think we talked on this before. That's another service that we have to. I mean, there has to be enough of an interest. I mean, we are showing things with hard to borrow, trying to because the if something's heavily shorted, a lot of times the options price in the cost to carry,
Right.
because people are synthetically trying to put it on, buy the put, sell the call, and what happens is you get that skew gets out of whack.
So show Dallas in case Dallas missed that episode or episodes.
Well, there's no episodes. We've talked about.
No, I know
the
we've
short-
talked about it on the
with
show. Just show them real quick, man.
Show what do you want me to show?
Show what you've just talked about. How to see.
Well, if you're looking at SP, well, let's pick one that's been heavily short. Let's
Well,
go Beyond Meat.
Beyond Meat, yeah. Beyond was the one that had.
If you want to track what's going on with the short rate, you can go to. So this is the premiums to pay for the puts. So
Right.
this is one way to look at it, and you see it's become less. So the amount of money people are paying to be short the puts, to buy the puts,
Has come down.
it's coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably I again, what Dallas is looking for, we don't have, which is how much short interest there is in the stock.
Right.
That is something that within our data feed isn't available. We're trying to get it because a few people have asked for it,
Yep.
but we don't have that in our system.
How do they actually calculate that? Is that an actual, like, they actually know how many people have short interest and they just divvy up that number to you?
That's something that's done at the exchange level.
Yeah.
And like everything, and it's why we show 15-minute delays,
Mm-hmm.
because we can do all our calculations like this
Right.
off that delayed data.
Right.
But if you're doing real-time data, the cost it's a cost for everyone, right? So it's that cost, and this is like to get that short interest on stocks, it's a big cost.
Sure.
And and the more people that ask for it, and are willing to pay for it, we can pass it along. But
Sure.
right now, it's not. We don't have tons of people asking for it. So,
Yep.
But you can look at the other places, the volatility skew, right? We've talked about that before. That is the 25 delta put and the 25 delta call, and typically when it gets way out of whack.
Scroll down a little so we can see that date on there. Yeah, look at how that got crazy.
But these are all places where you can bet stuff's going on. People are short in this stock.
Yep, that's good. Dallas says that's helpful. So cool. You got one more piece of awesomeness for us today, bro?
Well, I did take a look at. Speaking of shorts, I looked at high put volume with price decreases for some potential bearish opportunities.
You guys can see that there's tabs along the top there, and he's clicked on high put volume. Yep.
So this is just from the unusual option volume report, and two that popped out at me was Prudential and Xerox, and I just did a quick screen for a bunch of bearish credit spreads, and there were a lot available, so everyone can do that.
Do your research. There you go. Cherry, thanks for joining us.
Baby.
Dallas. Man, a lot of people in the chat today. It's good stuff, man.
Love the chat.
Dude, look at that. You got some good lighting going on over there. Is that just because it's magic hour? Sun's rising over there?
Sun's completely up. We've got lawnmowers in the background. The neighbors decide to mow their lawn at 6 a.m. today.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw when I did Petunia yesterday, the stock picking pig, if you're following me on Twitter, and the guy next door was using like a chainsaw, literally, as I'm doing it.
I thought in Costa Rica was against the law to cut down a tree. What are they using a chainsaw?
Yeah, right. It is against the law. That's why you do it at 5 a.m.
That's the time you're most likely to get caught, no?
No, not at all, bad. No. The people who would catch you, quote unquote, are all asleep, man. Those government guys don't get into work till 10 a.m. They know what they're doing. That's why you hear construction. If you live out in the beach areas and stuff, all illegal construction, you just hear crazy construction taking place on Saturdays and Sundays. Why? Because the inspectors, quote unquote, are at home. They're away, man. There's no inspection happening on the weekend. It's a little known secret here in Costa Rica.
Let me say, if you do the construction And then on Monday, the inspector comes out. It's still construction.
No, they're like,
no?
what construction? What are you talking about? They're like, you
Wait,
build
they
a
have to check-
building. No, I didn't.
They have
That
to-
was here all
they
the
have to-
time.
They have to catch you in the actual process.
Literally in the act,
Or
so everybody
as
just
long
does
as
it
you
on
get it up, it's
yeah.
good.
Now you figured it. That's Costa Rica, man. Pura vida, as we say. Remember, everybody, click that subscribe button, top right-hand corner. Try it free for 7 days. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Stay safe out there. Have a great day trading.
Have a great day, chameleons.
2, 3, 4. Market chameleon. The McBride Bro Show. How to make some dough. Hey! Market chameleon. Use our amazing screens to make gold and green. Oh! Market chameleon.